Hi there. Today I'm going to show you if you are interested in blocking a Stratocaster guitar. I'm not a tremolo user, and I've come up with what I think is a good, secure way to block the trem on a Strat. So bear with me. What you are going to need to do this project is a couple of blocks of wood and some coins, which I will explain later. And you will also need a table saw and probably a few tools. And here's the guitar that I'm going to be doing it with. It's my 2004 Fender Stratocaster limited edition. And now I've got it flipped over on its back, and we're going to remove the trem cover on the back here. Okay, I've got the trem cover off now. I'd like to point out here before you go any further, make sure that you've got the trem sitting level with the body. That's the way I like mine. I've got the string height the way I want it. So when I start blocking the guitar, the trem, I will not lose that adjustment. So there won't have to be any setup or height adjustments done after I've done the blocking process. Okay, now looking inside the trem cavity, I'm going to cut a block of wood to fit down in here snugly. In fact, so snug that I'm going to have to tap it in with a hammer, being very careful, of course, not to mar my finish or anything. After that's done, I will do some shimming on the front side of this, and that will also be totally snug, and you'll see how this all works out as we proceed. Okay, so I've got a block of wood here that I'm going to use, and first off I have to be sure that I trim it precisely so I've got the correct thickness to go in behind this assembly here. So I'm going to take a measurement this way. If you can see that, I'll show you how this is going to work. Okay, through trial and error, I have taken a block of wood and shaved it down in my table saw until I've gotten the right thickness for it to fit between this piece here and the back of the cavity. Now I'm going to take some coins and tape them together and wedge those in down here until it's a good tight fit. Okay, it looks like the combination of a nickel and a penny taped together is going to be about the right amount of spacing to go between the front of the claw frame and the wood of the guitar. Okay, now you can see I've removed a couple of the trem springs here, and you can see I've got a penny and a nickel taped together in two different spots and tapped into place, and it is very solid, and I don't think I'm going to have to do any shimming back here to make this one solid piece. Now I'm going to reinstall the springs, and then I'm going to tighten this claw up to put even more tension on it. Okay, we are done. I've got the coins wedged in down here, and this block fits snug here, and I've reattached the trem springs and I've tightened up the claw. It's solid as a rock. There's no detuning when you bend strings rather, and all I have to do now is put the access plate back on here and we're good to go. Okay, got the block job done. As you can see, I've got to put the cover on yet, of course, and this is completely reversible if you decide you want to go back to floating trem that's usable on your guitar, whether it's a Strat or whatever. But it is rock solid. My I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but my bridge is perfectly level how I had it before, and there is no effect on the other strings when you detune any of the other strings. So like I'll just bring the E way down while I'm strumming the other 5. And there's my low E string. No effect whatsoever, so she's rock solid. Hope this video was helpful. It's the first one I've ever done as far as doing any mods to a guitar. And if you've got any comments, appreciate them. And till the next project, we'll see you again. Thanks.